Alright guys, Limit Fisherman out, and we're fishing my favorite way to catch fish, and that's a frog. Like a bronzeye frog, something like this, soft-bodied frog. It's my favorite way to fish. I'm going to talk about places I look for. You know, water temperature's going to be warm. It's one of those warm water techniques. I love it. It's something I could do all day long. Rain, sun, it doesn't matter. I love doing it. It keeps me interested. It's a lot more fun than worm fishing, crankbait fishing, offshore, whatever. This is my favorite way to catch them. I got 40-pound braid. You know, you can get by with mono or something like that, but I like braid because I like the sound of it when I crack one. That sound when you're reeling the braid in is cool. Also, I can get them out of anything. Right here, if you get a look, I'm fishing around a lot of trees and stuff and making real precise, accurate casts. And if one gets it and he gets hooked around a limb, mono or something, you want a line that floats for one thing. That's mono or fluorocarbon, or mono or braid. So I opt for braid. It's much stronger. With the higher pound test, it's going to be able to hold up when I crack one hard with a stiff rod, so I don't have to use 20-pound fluorocarbon. I can use 60-pound or 40-pound braid, and it can have the roundness or the like lighter line. The braid is just the way to go. And talk about the kind of things I like. I like fishing seawalls. You're gonna make a nice cast up there, and you're just gonna walk it, just like you would a Zara spook, just tighter walks. And I really think I'm a pretty good frog fisherman. I enjoy doing it. I can do it all day. I feel like Dean Rawhauss out here, just making real good, accurate casts. You know, you can catch them on seawalls, and this time of year, when the sun's out, you know, in May and June down here in Georgia, you can find any banks like this. Got some good shade, maybe a little wind blowing in on them. It's got these trees like this, these overhanging trees. These fish they'll be around these shady banks, and they'll suspend around these trees. And not many fishermen can pick them off with a lot of techniques, but you know, this frog or any type of top water is great. And also one thing I really like, you know, if you're fishing around a shad spawn type deal, I'll pick me up a frog and catch fish when other guys are throwing pop-Rs or spinner baits. Just because this bait right here, it's very weedless, so I can get it. A lot of times these fish are right up against the bank, right up against the seawalls. I can cast it next to them trees, you know, and bang it up against the trees, and I don't have to worry about getting hung near as often. I can skip it like that and get it under. Even though my line's wrapped over something, it doesn't matter. Usually it'll come right off. See that? It'll just come right off. And I'll get it way to the base of that tree. That's where a lot of those fish are laying. You know, and sometimes you won't even see the bite. You'll just hear it, and then your line will be taken off. And it's just my favorite technique. 40-pound braid's good. 30's good. I don't like to go, unless I'm going to be fishing like heavy grass, like if you're at a hydrilla or milfoil type lake, it's got that grass. Or if I know I'm going to be dealing with a lot of big fish, I'll up it to 50 or 60, usually 50-pound braid. But fishing like this, you can get away with 30 or 40-pound braid. It's no problem at all. And it's going to give you the distance on the cast you need. It's going to give you the accuracy. It's going to give you the durability in your line, the strength that you need. And I just love the sound when I catch one with braid. It's awesome when you crack them with braid. You hear and it sings. So that's how I like to fish it. On these seawalls, it's pretty steep off of them, and I like to work it. And I'll work it to about halfway to the boat or so, and then I'll reel it in. Make another up and tight cast that wasn't that good. But it's a technique I feel I'm really good at. I fished for a long time. And on a local lake around here, Lake Oconee, it's a deadly technique on them seawalls. As long as the water's full on that lake, you can catch them on those seawalls with this bait when other guys are fishing them with pop-Rs and stuff. It gives them a little something different. And as far as frog fishing, I'll give you a little tip. If the sun's out and it's high and bright skies and I'm looking for these shady banks, I really like a Spro Bronzeye Jr. I like the smaller size, a little more subtle. But if there's a little bit of wind, or if I'm wanting to make really precise, accurate casts like I'm doing now, I'll go to the Senior because it's more weight, so I can skip it up in there and stuff. I'll have a little more weight to control. And that's about all you need to know for the first video of frog fishing. I'm out.